Greetings and welcome to another Diablo 4 build video. Today I want to talk about the Stinger build, which got me to Torment 4. You can also change the difficulty right here. And we still have enough armor and resistances. So Stinger build is kind of nice. It doesn't go full Centipede anymore, so we do have different skills than only Centipede. But we also still got the Devourer, which is pretty cool. And going over the skills first. I got the Rock Splitter with Enhanced Rock Splitter for the block chance. I'm using it every now and then to get some more block chance. It will be explained in a second. Then I got Stinger maxed out with Advantageous, as well as Vigorous and Balanced Exertion. And then we go down here and get some Ravager right there, giving us a bit of Vigor regeneration as well, because we're spending a lot of Vigor with Stinger. It costs like 44, which is like a lot. And some of these passive that you probably already familiar with, that are just boosting our damage more and more. We've got a full Armored Hide right here, because it gives us the Unstoppable, and putting more points into it gives us more seconds on the Unstoppable and also on the 100% block chance, where you again find the block chance in a second. Will be explained through the items. Then Perseverance to give us more damage reduction per resolve, and we also get Auspicious for Barrier, as well as Skirt for some crowd control and some Vigor regeneration. Again, a little bit into Nourishment right here. Got Resilient. We are using the Spirit Hole first choice as Gorilla, so this gives us more max life. Also using Potent together with a Ravager, it gives us a little bit more damage. And then Ravenous and 1.2 Oppressive. And our ultimate, you can use the Hunter, for example. I just like the Devourer more, so I'm using Devourer, as well as the passives right here. And then Supremacy gives us a lot of damage when our Devourer is up. And we got Noxious Resonance, and you can see we have a 428% damage bonus in total, which even ramps up more as we, for example, have our Devourer up and all this stuff. Because previously I saw it was like 900%. I don't know why it's now 428. I think it is ramping through the playthrough. You can see two mythic uniques. I got the Ethereal's Might and the Air of Perdition. I was looking into some build that I can make with it. You don't necessarily need Air of Perdition. You can also use Harmony of Ebewaka, but my Harmony is just very bad. It only has like 10% increased damage per Spirit Hole choice, so I cannot ramp it up as much as Air of Perdition gives me 60% more damage. And Ethereal's Might will solve all our resistance issues and gives us a huge damage reduction, which is very, very neat. And then I got these gauntlets, which I kind of half-bricked, because I don't want some Thunder Spike size. I actually wanted to have Vortex higher or more Vortex radius. I didn't get it, and I also opted out of Vortex for now. But what you're looking at, or what you want, is Stinger, critical strike damage, and dexterity. And we got Interdiction, which gives us more block chance per resolve stack as well. Ragnar's Wake, just overall very, very good boots. Then here on the quarterstaff, and you want the quarterstaff for the block chance as well, we got the Pestilence that gives us the Pestilence Swarm, and we use Stinger, as well as Tamwat, as we cast a non-channeled core skills 4 times, which is like what we're doing almost all the time with Stinger. Then we cast the Crepify, which is pretty strong. We also got the Pokke, the Voracious Fortress runewood right here. We spend 300% of our maximum resource, which also happens quite fast. We get off from Bulwarks, another barrier. Then moving on to the Amulet, we get more critical strike chance equal to my block chance. So now I get why in our skill tree this is pretty low, because this will ramp up due to this aspect, which I believe it's only active outside of town, and also this can be doubled after I block. So this is pretty cool. As well as Ring of the Midnight Sun is kind of mandatory, because we need a lot of vigor, and this will make it so that we regain our vigor. If you have Starless Sky, which is a mythic unique, that would be even better. And then lastly, we got Unyielding Hits, which is like just overall a very, very strong skill, aspect that gives us weapon damage by amount or by percentage of our armor anytime we cast a gorilla skill, which is all the time since we are using Stinger. And ideally, you want attack speed, max life, dexterity here, so this ring is pretty good, and then crit strike damage, temper, and then your ultimate cooldown reduction, so that could be Devourer or it could be Ravager if you want to go that route. For the amulet, you also want that. You don't want pestilence bomb damage, but I'm out of tempers on this one, and I don't have a better or equally good amulet, although this isn't even ancestral, so there's still a ceiling to be had here. Same with the gloves and the boots. Alright, for Mercenaries, it's pretty clear cut. We are taking right here because of more armor, and then also he gives us a little bit of survivability, more core skill damage, and also gives us Fortify, just all around very strong. And then Vajana gives us Earthbreaker, which knocks down enemies. And CC will boost our damage due to our Paragon. We got the fitness right here, more crit strike damage, vigor regeneration. Then we got Convergence. It's something you, I think, always take, but just 30% more damage. Then we got Bane, more poison damage. We also got a Spirit for more crit strike damage even, so it's even ramping up more. And this one is why we take a lot of Barrier. We get 1x increased damage for each 3% of maximum life that we have as Barrier. That's why Earthen Bulwark, for example, in the Rune Lord is very strong. And moving down to here, we got the sapping node. We are using always that Gorilla Centipede skills, so it's also no-brainer. And getting us more vigor and more increased damage. As well as the consumption. Because we are having Pestilence Swarms all around, we're doing increased damage when they are active. And then moving on to here, we have Fester, which also makes sense. More Centipede damage overall and more damage increased crowd control enemies, as well as Revealing that does another 30x against crowd control enemies. That's a Paragon. I'm at 219, so ideally you want to pick up some more spots where you need them. For example, you can get more crowd control damage right here, more attack speed here, wherever you want to go. And yeah, I think this is the build, and let's see how it performs. Ideally, you will get, or you will use a precision elixir, giving even more crit strike damage, and then you can also use a incense. And if you want an opal for more XP, and then we move on here to Torment 4 and see how it goes. So what are you gonna do in terms of rotation? You can dive in with your basic skill. That's why I like it, because it also has a little bit of dash. You use your ultimate, you use Scourge, Ravager, and Armored Hide as you see fit. Everything like boosts kind of your damage. Especially Armored Hide, because it gives you Unstoppable, which there's another, I think, 12x multiplier from the passives. And then don't get CC'd like me, because I was lazy not moving out of it. And there's a lot of damage numbers. They have to do something about that, like a DPS meter or anything, because it's really hard to read sometimes, but we can see some double-digit millions here and there. Again, my gear is not optimized yet, so this still has some ceiling, and of course I can push higher hit tiers. But you also want to balance out like speed versus survivability and everything, effectiveness overall hit. Survivability is very high because we have Turret's Might, of course. If you don't have Turret's Might, as always, max out your resistances, max out your armor, or even go higher in your armor, of course. But you don't have to, if you cannot max out resistances, then maybe you sacrifice some armor that goes over 1000. So you get, for example, the right jewelry into your, no, other way around, gems into your jewelry to boost your resistances. Having capped resistances is very important. Because you can also use Jack Hind Shell unique body armor, giving you a lot of cooldown reduction, but it's also damaging you. So for me, I was not surviving well with that because I had like low res. And I just like slapped on the turret's mic because, yeah, well, it gives you like a huge resistance bonus and call it a day. But there's always other ways to boost your resistances. Again, like in terms of gear, you can get more all res on your pants, for example. And then put the right gems into your jewelry as well. I don't even have 2 sockets in my pants. So I'm kind of amazed still that I'm able to do this Torment 4 with ease. With fairly unoptimized skill. It's not the worst skill. And it does cover 2 mythic uniques, I get that. But I also think they are not mandatory. And you have a more optimized gear set. And I should concentrate a bit on the pit here. But we will see the boss soon. And the boss, against the bosses, it's also fairly okay. It's not like huge letdown. With some builds you have like only like this trash damage, and when it comes to the boss it really falls off. But here we're doing okay. I'm doing okay. We're not blocking as much, I would say. But that's okay. And we can just like stand here, not even move. There you go. That was the Torment 4 pit level 65. And I really enjoy this build because I like spamming Stinger and I like to have all these pestilent swarms around. So if you enjoyed it as well, then give it a like and consider subscribing because there will be more build videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck, have fun, and goodbye.